Hi there everybody, Dr. Emilio Kardaris from Instinctive here, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of an insider's tip as to how to achieve a good night's sleep, or more importantly, how to wake up in a light sleep cycle so that you don't wake up feeling tired, feeling like there's sandpaper in your eyes or your mouth is like a desert, but rather waking up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day, whatever it throws at you. Now, there are a few ways you can go about this. The easiest way that I find to wake up in a light sleep cycle is to do two things. One, don't set an alarm, and two, sleep near a window. Reason being is that as the sun comes up, we're going to start processing that light even though our eyes are closed. So while we're processing that light, our body is actually preparing itself for waking. So in your next light sleep cycle, you will actually wake up as opposed to staying asleep and then waking up with your alarm. So the reason why we don't use an alarm is because that sometimes can wake us up in a deep sleep cycle, it might wake us up halfway through, it might wake us up in a light sleep cycle if we're lucky, but really we're playing roulette and hoping for the best. Now for those of us that need to wake up earlier, so basically before the sun has come up, there are a number of different things we can use, and technology is going to be one of them. Now, I need to tell you that when we're using our phones or our technology to help us wake up in a lighter stage of sleep using apps, we need to make sure that we actually have our phone on airplane mode. And the reason being is because when we put our phone on airplane mode, it shuts off all the incoming signals and outgoing signals. So if these waves are going to be sitting right next to your head, it's not really the best for you getting a good night's rest because they will interfere with your sleep. Believe me, it's been proven. So switch your phone onto airplane mode and feel free to use some of the apps below. Okay guys, so as you can see here, we have a number of apps that we can use, and I'm actually going to show you two of those apps today. The first one is called Sleep Better, and you can find this on the App Store or on Google Play. I'm pretty sure it's available on Android, even though I use an iPhone. Now, you can see in front of you that I've got it set for 5:30 a.m. But the alarm will actually ring somewhere between 5 and 5:30 a.m. This is allowing for our sleep cycle to actually change, so that if we come across a point where we're in our light sleep cycle during that time, the alarm will ring and we can wake up. The good thing is with this app is we can see that we've actually got a few different options that we can have a look at. We can actually select these different keys here. So if I was not in my bed, or if I had a stressful day, I can select those things and see how it affects my sleep. Now the good thing is that when I hit start and it tracks it, we can actually see what our sleep does over time. So you can see these are the sleeps that I've had over the last couple of times that I've tracked it. And if we go through to our statistics section, we can actually check to see how effective we are at sleeping. So our sleep efficiency is in the top there, and we can see on the graph that it tracks it quite nicely. Now another app you can use is actually an app called Sleep Tracker or Sleep Cycle. I like this app, it's actually quite effective, but what it actually looks at is it actually looks at the statistics in terms of a graph. Now it also does the same thing by waking you up in that half an hour time frame. But if you notice here, we can actually see our sleep cycles from awake to deep sleep. The cool thing about this one is it shows us how long we spent in deep sleep, how long we spent in awake or light sleep, and then when we actually wake up. It also gives you the quality percentage, which I find can be a little bit inaccurate at times, only because this particular option I woke up at 5:30 with only 44% sleep quality, but I remember I slept quite well, which prompted me to swap apps and see what's going on. If we tilt our phone to the side, we can actually see that it tracks it over time as well. So this was over every time that I had tracked, going all the way back to July 2014. So that's a nice little app there that shows you what's going on. So guys, remember that if you are using your technology to help track your sleep and wake you up in a light sleep cycle, please make sure to put your phone onto airplane mode or to at least block all incoming signals so that they don't mess up your sleep patterns. You can see that light and the energy that you receive from light does affect your sleep quite a lot. So the energy coming from the radio waves and anything else that your phone is transmitting can have just as much of an impact on your sleep. Remember, the easiest way to do it is to not set an alarm and to wake up with a window next to you so that way you can receive that incoming light. But if we're using the sleep apps, make sure you turn off your incoming signals or put your phone onto airplane mode. Until next time guys, trust your instincts. This is Dr. Emilio Kardaris.